Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? Welcome back to our new Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi Bell. Today we're gonna be having ourselves a match against the following player. This was a passerby that challenged me to a match. Hopefully this match will give you guys some entertainment value, considering it's a little bit more diverse. It's got Trevenant, and I've seen people using Trevenant quite a lot, but I don't know, have you seen Sidor yet? Yeah, I probably did. I mean, it's based on every individual as its own person watching YouTube videos and so forth. So I cannot really say what we have been actually seeing the most. But hopefully my team is going to give you a bit of a variety there to look forward to. Anyways, with that being said, I'm switching out to Arcanine, getting some Intimidate in there against the Talonflame. He's fearing the extreme speed, the possibility of offense going on. Switching out to Rotom as I switch out to my Kingdra. After that, he's going to burn my berry, which is very bad. But I'm still gonna manage to go for that +1 attack boost from Dragon Dance. Outrage, get a lot of damage, but he's actually gonna surprise me with a Citrus Berry. So this man is actually surprising me left and right, I must admit. So he's gonna Volt Switch afterwards. I guess he doesn't want to risk the possibility of just direct the Will-O-Wisp. Plus, there may be a chance. Actually, a substitute is probably not the best way of handling a Lumberry set. So I guess he's expecting me to run Rest with that. Or maybe just straight off offense, but then again, Dragon Water coverage is pretty much the best way of doing it. Dragon Water or Dragon Normal. No, my mistake, my bad. Dragon Water or Normal Water. Those tend to cover stuff quite nicely outside of Empoleon and Shedinia, and they can, you know, handle stuff without relying on much else to cover other things. But then again, I switch out my Manectric, expecting the T-Wave after that against my Kingdra. But he actually did go for the Swagger. Now I do manage to pull through that Swagger confusion, and I do manage to burn him, which was amazing. And I must say, I don't feel bad in the slightest, because it's a Parafusion it's a Parafusion Klefki, and it's been nightmare to so many people. And I just believe that the only way of handling this guy is to burn stall him, just for the fun of it. So I'm switching out to my Arcanine. It's got 0 IVs in attack. It's got special move pool. And it's a defensive one. So I'm switching out to my Manectric afterwards. He's got a T-Wave, that is something I was expecting, so I'm trying to get the Lightning Rod in there, plus special attack. But the guy's gonna surprise me by going for the Swagger yet again. And here is where stuff comes down to true reality. Klefki tends to survive when it's the most necessary turn to attack. The most necessary turn when he's gonna go down, stuff are just gonna hit itself. I've seen this in like PO match that somebody uploaded. The same situation, like when he's gonna go down, stuff just keep on hitting itself. But before, no. Anyways, I'm trying to Volt Switch. Unfortunately, he switches out to Rotom. It would have been great to get some Volt Switch damage in there, or just to kill Klefki, but that was not the case. Now we do switch out to Trevenant. He did see that mile away, make a great move by going for the Shadow Ball, and afterwards he's gonna go for the Volt Switch. Didn't really do that much, but every damage is great damage, I guess. Just Shadow Claw, just in case he does stay in, or switches out to his Talonflame, because I'm pretty weak to it in general. But he switches out to this. Now afterwards he's gonna go to his Mega Form, Mega Kangaskhan, a very big threat. But this Fane is definitely something that can handle it. Now I do go for the Lead Seed to try to avoid the Sucker Punch, which was kinda expected from it. After going Mega, it does get rid of its ability, which means that he cannot hit me with normal type moves anymore. Not to mention that Sucker Punch is still gonna miss as long as I do not attack him straight out of the bat. So with some knowledge, we managed to force him out. Now unfortunately, Lead Seed did miss, which means no more recovery out of gain, some little more recovery, but it's fine. We switch out to Arcanine again. He switches out to this. Realizing I'm probably gonna keep on seeing him, you know, to try to get some damage on the Mega Kangaskhan. And afterwards, I believe I'm gonna, yeah, he did U-turn on my Arcanine, so he does have an upper hand. He's gonna go for Earthquake, probably. Then again, I still can take the normal types, not to mention Fake Out and so forth. So Trevenant is still a free switch in this case, with help of Harvest. Citrus Berry making this Mega Kangaskhan job that much harder. I'm getting some luck here. I'm getting the Harvest straight out the bat, which is definitely something I'm really liking it. And I'm just going for Lead Seed on the switch to his Rotom. I guess Talonflame was a possibility, but I guess me switching out to Arcanine directly could have still been there, so I guess he decides to switch out to Rotom just in case. I do switch out to Arcanine like before, but I didn't. Now I'm gonna need to play my cards a little bit differently. I did see this Rotom. I can proceed to drain his soul by switching out Ambipom, being fully immune to the likes of to the ghost type moves and whatnot, and afterwards go for the substitute, expect him to predict me to run the fake out standard physical set, but I'm a special one. Now legitimately, this is my first shiny I've gotten in my Pokemon X and Y. I've actually recorded that session. If you guys want to go check it out, it's webcam recorded, and it's my first legitimate shiny that's actually competitive viable. It's got its original nature, original IVs, it's EV trained, it's got perfect speed, 31 speed and 31 special attack, nasty plot, shadow ball, swift, normal gem boosted with well, that's pretty much it. And this was just a perfect situation I was actually thinking about a lot when I was thinking about this Pokemon. So it came down to it, and it came down to be very useful. Anyways, he did fake out. He's gonna break me with the first one, he's gonna damage me with the second one from that little guy, but the little guy is just not gonna have enough power, enough juice like the big mama there. Anyways, Earthquake is gonna do a lot of damage, but the Swift actually did a lot, considering that this, I mean, you never underestimate these guys with Ignition once they get the nasty pop up. You just don't. I know their special attack isn't that great, but you just don't underestimate. It may just cost you, and that was no exception there. Anyways, Sucker Punch is gonna do a lot of damage. It's actually gonna do way more because they're crit, and it nearly took me out. I was actually Scarf, so him going for the straight off Sucker Punch was way superior. Just go for the Arrow Ace again, but he did not expect me to be Scarf, so that definitely did took him by surprise. And it's Scyther, I love Scyther. It's definitely in my top 20, definitely. Now I switch over to Kindra. Scyther still did a lot of damage in here, very quick kills left and right, getting some heavy damage in there as well, so Kindra can come in, take the Ice Beam. I do manage to take it. If I couldn't manage to take it, I would have still Life Orb stalled, hopefully, if it would have worked that way, but luckily it didn't come down to that. Now I do switch out to preserve my Kindra for later on. There is no Stealth Rocks involved, and I do need to mention something. If you're running Klefki, you need to run Entry Hazard, because this guy is gonna force switches left and right like it's nobody's business. It is pretty much his job to annoy, to base yourself around luck and luck alone. So I was not really expecting him to go for the T-Wave just because I do have my Manectric to absorb that. But then again, he can still go for the Swagger, and knowing my luck with the confusion, I would have probably hit myself when it comes down to it. So I decided to play this game a little bit more rough by allowing that Klefki to go down by the burn. I know it sounds silly, but it's the silly way that you need to do sometimes in order to handle Klefki. I cannot afford myself, hitting myself in the confusion with my Manectric. I'd rather switch out to Kindra to be a Death Fodder and then appropriately handle this guy, because the next hit is pretty much going to be the end of it. So I switch out to my Arcanine. I kind of want to avoid that Swagger, plus if he does go for it, that's all fine. Burn is going to take it down either way, so I'm not too scared of it. And again, depending, he's got Prankster, he's got priority status, so that means the Swagger's always going to go first if you don't go for your own priority moves. And that's pretty bad, because if you keep on hitting yourself, it doesn't matter how much defense you got. With Swagger, boosting your attack and so forth, you're gonna be hitting yourself. Eventually, you're gonna be hitting yourself with quite significant damage. So that's something you kind of want to avoid in order to handle. Anyways, I'm switching out to my Trevenant, kind of expecting him to just play it safe nowadays, because Arcanine is a pain in the ass, and that's what he does. He's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp to make it a little bit hard for me to handle, but I'm still gonna go for the Shadow Claw now. I was kind of fearing the Pain Split, but seeing this, I'm thinking, okay, this is something we can definitely handle. We do get Harvest. Yet again, we are extremely lucky with this, I must mention. And again, we're just gonna pretty much regain most of it. Lead Seat away just to regain some more. Rotom doesn't have the amazing HP, but it does have some of it, and some of it that we can kind of take is definitely something that we can appreciate. So in this case, Shadow Ball again to try to take me down. It's gonna fail. I'm gonna go for Lead Seat, expecting him to switch out, but he doesn't. But then again, Lead Seat, it's gonna be enough to take him down our way, so that's pretty much fine. I mean, I had nothing to lose. Just in case he switches out, I would have seed something on the switch, and I'm gonna get Citrus Berry, which again is such a trollish move. It's fine. Arcanine is gonna come in, taking the Brave Bird like it's nobody's business. This Intimidate Arcanine is a very good Pokemon, and my plan right here was to switch out to my Trevenant, then switch out to Manectric, turn into Mega Manectric, get Intimidate on, switch out to my Arcanine, get some more Intimidate, and that Talonflame's game would have pretty much been sealed. So he decided to run to kind of save us both some time, and that was the game. Yes, anyways guys, that was the game for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this match as much as I did. Good game to my opponent. It was a pleasure battling you, and I'm pretty glad to have you in my menu saved somewhere in the in the game. I really like how you can just save these guys that you come across on the passerby. But anyways, that was the game for today. So if you did enjoy, give it a like. Thank you very much guys for your continued support, and until next time, take care. Peace.